Thank you so much for watching Riff TV. Now, this interview is obviously with video, but I don't interview everybody on Zoom. That's why I put it on my Talkin Rock with Meltdown podcast. We talk to rock artists from all over the genre. So check out Talkin Rock with Meltdown wherever you get your podcasts. And now to today's video interview. Well, good to see you there, Corey. It's been a minute. I think the last time I saw you was here at the Astronomicon last year. That was cool.
God, I think that was it. Yeah, that was a good time, right?
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I've been seeing some wrestling shows here and there. Just talked to Billy Corgan last week. Of course, have you been keeping up on all the wrestling stuff?
Yeah, as much as I can, man, dude. My level of free time tends to dwindle once my brain gets going, and I start booking crap out of nowhere. And I'm just like, what am I doing? I'm not gonna watch any shows. I'm not gonna read any books. Like, what in the hell is going on? So yeah, I just try to keep up with as much as I can.
Yeah. I just went to AEW here in Detroit, and it was actually really good. They had a steel cage match at the end with Moxley and Kenny Omega.
And Omega, right. Yeah, I heard it was pretty decent. I have some friends there in the audience, so.
No, it was great. So anyways, you're coming to town September 5th at the Fillmore, and CMF2 comes out on September 15th. I'm going to read a quote here, and we're going to dissect this. This is from my friend Jay Ruston, who you know. Okay, you ready for this?
Oh boy. Here we go. Okay.
The album is much darker and heavier, a good combo of Stone Sour, Slipknot, and solo record styles. We spent more time with this one, really made sure it was stellar. The band kills. New bass player Elliot is from Dorothy's band, and he's amazing. And here's a part I really want to ask you about. I said, Corey is a two-take guy on vocals, just insane ability. Let's start in the last part there. Are you one of these guys that goes into the studio like super prepared?
I try to be, yeah. I mean, especially when it comes to my main performance, I like to dial in what I'm doing, because I mean, let's face it, I'm the main songwriter. So I'm already hearing it in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't lock myself in, because that's a great way to, kind of, ignore or avoid great ideas. But as far as like the core of like my performance, that's 100%. When I walk in, I know what's going on and I know what I want to do. But then there's that 5% where they're like alternative melodies for certain things, harmonies. Like I try to keep the ear candy as fresh as possible, So I especially when it comes to the music, backup vocals, like anything like that, I try to keep an open mind. But when it comes to my vocals and stuff, the more prepared I am, the easier it is for the guys to know where they can go musically, what we can do sonically. It's just it's stop. Sorry, dog. Sorry. And so it's better to know what you're doing than to go in blind,
Yeah, he said that a lot of the stuff that you do is pretty much your first take. Do you use a lot of your first takes?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, it's because I mean, why? I've not stop.
Animals.
Yeah, they're killing me. Yeah, man. I mean, as far as like first takes go, to me, I've worked with producers that try to exhaust you, and get you to do 10 or 12 takes, and I'm like, I'm not doing that, because by the time you get to take 12, your voice sounds like crap. And those are usually ones that try to use. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. Like, my voice sounds fresher in these 6,000 takes than they do on those last. So I don't understand why they do that, because it doesn't make any sense. I like it to feel fresh, because then it feels alive. Then it feels better, man. It just feels like a good time. That's when you want to hear it, when it feels like there's more energy to it. So the better, and I'm a stickler for the notes, man. Like I really try to nail it and get it going and make it feel really like vibrant. So the quicker we can get it going, grab that, then we can do all the harmonies. We can play around with all the backing vocals and stuff. And then after that is when I go in and I do like the heavy stuff. And the heavy stuff for me is so easy. It's just ridiculous.
And he said this record's darker and heavier. You agree?
Oh yeah, 100. there are definitely some darker, heavier moments on it. Post-traumatic blues kind of sets the tone for that. Kind of makes it, you're able to lean into that kind of heavy side of everything. It's a great opener, especially combined with the intro track, the box. But then there are great heavier elements to some of the songs on this. And then, as far as like the darker spots, man, there's an amazing acoustic song called Sorry Me on there that I think people are going to flip out on. Like, it's really, really good.
Well, I was talking about this on the radio yesterday that I love pretty much everything that you do. That's for sure. And of course, like this record here, like just I had this on turntable today. It's so good. And then I got this one too. I had to get this one on vinyl as well. So far, the end. So far.
Right.
What happened there?
What? Let's not even talk about that. It. Ugh,
All right,
that's the record label dropping balls all over the place.
I had to bust your chops on that a little bit, no doubt.
Right.
But yeah, I can't wait. So September 15th, they're going to be going out on tour. The band sounds killer, eh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're killing it right now, man. We did a quick little like mini run through the upper eastern part of that, kind of down into the Midwest. And it really kind of got us like excited to go out and start crushing it on this fall run. So we're really stoked.
Yeah. Now, switching gears just a little bit, you're turning 50 later on this year. I already passed that milestone. You think about that at all?
I think about it constantly. I think about it when I get up out of bed. I think about it every time I step on stage and I like break my back. I'm just like, what am I doing? What? It's just. But then I have to remember I'm a mental person, so this is all I want to do, and obviously it's a different kind of set than what I used to do when I was younger, when I was a kid. But at the same time, I still love to play. I still love performing, and I still love to get out there and try to do it as hard as I can. So until I break my neck again, I think I'll just keep going.
Yeah. One of the things I have hanging on my wall that I really love is one of your old masks and stuff like that. When you're out touring on your solo stuff, is it like kind of a relief that you don't have the mask on, or do you kind of miss that hiding behind that, or how does that, what's that work?
Hell no, no. It's either both of them have like their rad qualities. With the mask with Slipknot, it's not even about hiding. It's about showing, like being able to reveal that other person. Like that guy that's kind of inside of me, who's just waiting to get out and to kind of lean into that Slipknot music. Whereas when I'm not, not wearing it, I mean, it was like this with Stone Sour, and it's like this with CMFT. It's more of just my all around personality. Like when you can see me laughing at stuff, you can see me messing with the band, and I mean, it's just a lot of fun to kind of be able to share all of those different sides with people, because there are different fans for different sides, and it feels really good to be able to show all of those sides.
Now, with this new record, by the way, explain the cover art.
The cover art is it's my homage to a couple of different things, actually. It's my homage to Sergeant Pepper. It's my homage to David Bowie, and the purple is actually my tribute to Prince, because I was a massive Prince fan when I was, I have been since I was young, very, very young. It's just a way to kind of celebrate all of the different lives that I've had over the many years, and every life kind of had a different look, and so you see a lot of all of my different Slipknot looks. You see a bunch of my Stone Sour looks. You see all of the suits that I used to wear when I was hosting different hard rock award shows and whatnot. You see some of the stuff that I wore in some of the videos. Like, it's really kind of cool. Like, anyone who's really followed my career will see all the little Easter eggs and stuff in there. So it's just, it's me kind of trying to reinvent excitement for getting into the cover art again, make people want to like stare at that album again.
Yeah, no, it's killer. All right, so the record comes out on September 15th. Like I said, you're going to be here on September 5th. One final thing I wanted to talk to you about. Before I even knew I was talking to you a couple weeks ago, I listened to the podcast with Jericho, with the Elder. I love it.
You would love the Elder. Jesus.
I think the Elder's killer, man.
Well, are you sure? Are you sure about that? I mean,
I don't know. I love that song. Let's see. I love that. I think it's like weird and quirky and different. And I don't know. I mean,
I mean, I will say this: when you put it up against Unmasked, it's a masterpiece. Like
Right.
it's really good. I think there are definitely some rad elements on it.
Yeah.
There are some interesting choices that they made. But I still have yet is for somebody to tell me what exactly the story was. Like where it was going. How'd they end up on the island? Like what the hell's happening? Like who's Blackwell? I don't know anything. Like know nothing. Like it's just I
thought Blackwell was the wasn't he the fashion guy? That's all.
Well, I mean, it could be. So what? I mean, so what? They're avoiding Fashion Week with Blackwell and then trying not to be on his top 10 list or something.
Yeah.
What is happening? I don't know, dude.
I was listening to it. I mean, John 5 is a friend, and he's like, I was like, what do you think of the Elder? I asked him last year. He's like, oh, excellent. Right. John 5 loves everything Kiss. So.
Yeah, exactly. But John 5, you would be hard pressed to get him to say a bad thing about anybody. He's one of the nicest people on the planet. So yeah, I could see him, being able to make the case for the Elder, but at the same time, come on, we own it. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. I kind of like it, and I don't know. I bought it on vinyl for like $30, and I'm like, okay, I gotta have this. I gotta see what everyone.
I mean, dude. I say that, and yet I've got it memorized for God's sakes. So who's the asshole here, really?
Well, CMFT, great to see and talk to you, and we'll do it again soon. Hopefully, September 5th is when you're going to be here in Detroit Rock City. Can't wait for the record. So,
all right, right on, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll have a good time.
All right, dude. Thank you so much.
No worries, buddy.